Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Hall of Famer Bob Baird ruled Milwaukee's airwaves in the 60s and 70s. He spoke with countless musicians and celebrities over the years. Bob collected remarkable recordings of these encounters, which he's now sharing with the public. Here's Bob.
This popular singer started out with Ike Turner's Kings of Rhythm before recording hit singles both with Ike and as a solo performer. Tina Turner gave me the inside on Ike, her life, and their music.
Hello, Tina.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine, you?
Since, I saw you in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and since I saw you, and that was the first time that I saw you in the review.
Oh, well, thank you.
That show was just fantastic.
Glad you got it.
Listen, who makes your clothes, Tina?
Well, I get my things in Paris now. I've been getting them there for 2 years. It's Louis Azaro in Paris friends.
Listen, I understand that your nightclub act, that you like the one you did in Las Vegas, is a lot different from the concert type thing. What difference is there?
We don't make a lot of difference in our shows, except for the difference in the age. For instance, in Las Vegas you have a lot of older people. So we might start out doing like sort of slow, simple melody numbers to get to the people, to let them know that we know what they like to hear. And then as we get down in the show, we let them, we sort of play like what we actually do. So that's the only difference, like where at a college, like we do a slow number because like Ike would feel that at this point it's needed. But in Las Vegas or like at the clubs where you have older people, you have to sort of start off easy and end up rough.
We're going to take the beginning of the song.
Do that line from Proud Mary for us.
Easy.
Pardon me?
Do that line from Proud
But then
Mary.
you're
When
gonna
you
do
say
the
rough,
finish.
that's too much.
Oh, wow, come on. Well, wait
So what we do?
Yeah, right, on Friday night.
Proud Mary.
How did you and Ike get together?
Well, Ike was started in St. Louis, Missouri when I met him in 1957. I was still in school. And somehow I started going to clubs with my sister, and I wanted to sing with the group. But he never called me up. I guess he thought I was something like the typical girl singer, vibrato and high voice and all. But I've never did a lot of girl songs. I've always done sort of man tunes. So when I did finally get on stage, I didn't get on stage. He was playing the organ, and I started singing from the audience, the microphone, the one the musicians sat down. And I was singing one of B.B. King's tunes. I can't remember what it was now, but I was very shocked because he probably thought that I didn't know these tunes or whatever, you know. And then every weekend from then on, I was doing weekends with him. So I knew all the tunes that Ike was writing at the time, and which he's been writing and arranging all the time. And the guy that was scheduled for the recording session didn't show up, so being that I knew the tune, he cut it on me. Well, he didn't particularly care for it, as much with the other guy singing it, but like everyone seemed to have thought it was going to be a hit. It was Fool in Love, and it actually hit, and that was the beginning.
Now, Ike doesn't do too much in the show, I noticed in the Las Vegas show. Is this his own choosing?
Well, you'd be surprised what Ike does. It seems that Ike doesn't do too much.
I mean, as far as standing out in front and doing vocals
but
and
no,
things,
he isn't one for standing out front. Even the times when we sing together or whatever, I have to go back where he is. He's sort of bashful when it comes to coming out front of where the people like. He feels comfortable back, where the band is, because he's always worked with the band. We've never been a sort of group that sort of worked duo out front microphone thing, The things that we do on skits, like we have a little act that we do, Hit the Road Jack. He comes out front on that, but that's an act, no singing.
Yeah.
But just for like singing things, he likes to sort of stay in the background. But he's doing a lot back there. I think like if he wasn't back there, it wouldn't sound near what it sounds like.
Well, where I really noticed him on was Proud Mary.
Yeah, well, on that still, we can never get him to come out. Like we finally got him to start singing aloud. He always did. Before, in the beginning, he stand back and sing without a microphone. So then we got him to get a microphone, and then we got him to start singing loud, and then to bring up the volume of the mic and so forth. But he's coming along.
Does he arrange your shows and your songs?
Yeah, Ike does the whole organization of the whole thing. He organizes the show, and only thing he doesn't do is he can't dance. But if it's time that we change the choreography, we'll get together and meaning the Ike and myself, and we'll present it to him, and whatever he doesn't like, we'll take out, and he'll say, put something in, like, and we'll have to, like, sort of communicate with him what he's trying to tell us. But everything else, he chooses songs, or we choose a song, but it has to be okay by him before it's, put in the show.
Was Proud Mary your biggest hit?
No. It was my biggest hit for the last 3 years. My biggest hit was Gonna Work Out Fine in 1962.
Well, listen, I happen to have Proud Mary handy, so I'm going to play that right now, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Tina.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Big wheel keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, rolling, rolling on the river.
Bob Berry.
Thank you for listening to Bob Berry's Unearthed Interviews. Be sure to subscribe and rate our podcast on iTunes or wherever you find your podcasts. You can find all the episodes at WisconsinBroadcastingMuseum.org. Check out Bob Berry's book, Rock and Roll Radio Milwaukee. Book sale proceeds support Angels Kids Fund and Donate Life Wisconsin. The preceding program was made possible by a generous contribution from Terry Bond.